Hey y'all, welcome back. You may or may not know that I have spent the last 6 or 7 years creating first, second, and third grade guided math curriculum. I started this journey 6 or 7 years ago with starting out with just second grade resources, and then about 2 or 3 years ago we started to slowly implement first and third grade so that all 3 grade levels would align with one another. I was so thrilled that earlier this year we finally finished the first and third grade units. But one of the things I started realizing, especially since I was able to teach this past year using my second grade units, is that there need to be updates made. I started creating these resources several years ago, and things just need to be updated over time. And then I also wanted to be able to provide you with a better way to access those resources. I am so excited because I have started to very slowly update these guided math units from being giant 300 and 400 page PDFs to where they are broken down cohesively week by week so that it's easy for you to find exactly what you need. We have started with the first unit of each grade level, and the first few ones are ready. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to share unit 1 of the second grade curriculum, that is addition and subtraction within 20. That one is ready to go. It has already been updated on TPT and in our website store. And so I want to show you what those updates are going to look like. This is something that I have been thinking about for a long time, and I'm finally having the time to sit down and work on it. And I really think that you are going to love what we have done. If you already own or use any of my guided math units, you are going to be familiar with the format. So previously, if you would have purchased, you would receive either a folder, depending on if there were PowerPoints involved, but typically you would just receive a large PDF with everything in it. So you can see here, this is a 274 page PDF. The table of contents is not super user friendly, and I just knew that we could make this more cohesive. So let me show you what things are going to look like now with the updates. When you download, instead of getting a large PDF file like you see here, you are going to receive multiple PDFs that hopefully make things easier. In each unit, you are going to get a PDF that says start here. Inside this document, it is just going to break down exactly everything that you are going to find and receive within that unit. One of the biggest changes that I have made to these updates is the lesson plan pages. The content within the lesson plans, those are staying the same, but I've now offered 2 different versions of the lesson plan. The first one is going to be what I'm calling the daily version. This looks just like what is in the previous unit. You're going to notice here that we've updated the fonts to be cleaner and more user-friendly. These stay exactly the same. But I have added a second version that I am calling the unit lesson plans. The content itself within the lesson plans are exactly the same. The only thing that is different is the heading up here at the top. Instead of labeling each day with lesson plan day 1, lesson plan day 2, lesson plan day 3, and so forth, I labeled it with lesson 1.1, lesson 1.2, 1.3. What this means is, because this is a full curriculum, this is unit 1 inside that curriculum. So this would mean that this is lesson 1 inside of Unit 1. This is Lesson 2 inside of Unit 1. This is Lesson 3 inside of Unit 1. And so my reasoning for this is because some teachers might use this as a whole. This might be their full curriculum. Some of you might supplement. I wanted to give you options with the way your lesson plans are used. Now, again, the content within the lesson plans are exactly the same. The only difference is the way they are labeled up at the top. Then you're also going to get just the PDF version where you can download just the lesson plan pages and print rather than having to shuffle through each of the PDF files to find exactly what you are needing. I'm actually really glad that I'm making this video because I'm noticing just some very small things that need to be tweaked. Like here, the word up is all in capital letters. I will definitely get that fixed. Then you're going to notice that in your folder that you download, your vocabulary posters, your helpful tools, and your higher order thinking questions are all going to be separate PDF files. So previously, if you wanted to access the vocabulary posters, you would have to scroll through the large file to access them. What we have done is we've taken those out and they are now their own individual PDF so that it is easier for you to find exactly what you need and print what you need without having to scroll through a large file. So there are color and black and white versions. Those are all still available. Then I have taken the helpful tools from each resource. This might be things such as 10 frames, hundreds charts, par whole mats, things that you could use throughout your year or that you could use on a regular basis. We have pulled those out. Those are now in a separate PDF. They're also still included in the weekly lesson plans that you'll see in just a minute, but they are now in a separate PDF, and we've also added a clickable table of contents. So if you can just click exactly where you need to go and it will take you to that direct page for easy printing. No more having to scroll through. Same thing with our higher order thinking questions. These are used as warm-ups throughout each unit. Those were typically at the end of all of the guided math units, but we have broken those down. They're now inside of a separate PDF for you to easily download. And there is still 2 versions of each higher order thinking problem. The next biggest update that we have made is we have taken the giant PDF file and we have broken them down into weeks. We've got weeks 1, week 2, and week 3. So let's take a look at week 1. Again, these are going to have a clickable table of contents so you can easily come into this PDF. You can click on which day you're looking for and it is going to take you to that exact page. You might also notice that we have updated our daily overview pages as well. Again, the formatting is still the same. The content is still the same. We've just updated the fonts and the way that it looks so that it could be more cohesive and more user-friendly. And then we also added the concept on the overview page. So for example, previously, and you're going to see what I mean here, I'm having to scroll through to find what I need. Let's just go ahead and come to day 3. So this is what the previous overview pages looked like. We have just updated those. You can see here that you're still getting an image of what that activity should look like. You're getting a detailed description of that activity, but we've just added the concept that is being taught up in the title rather than it just saying day 1, day 2, or day 3. So it is like this for each individual week. Here is week 1. The lesson plan is still followed behind the overview page, and I have kept the original lesson plan template. So if you are wanting to use the lesson plan format where it says unit or lesson 1.3, then you would need to go in and you would need to download it from the unit PDF. I wanted to keep the same format as the previous unit. The daily format is still included in all the weekly PDFs. So we have weeks 1, then you have week 2 is broken down. Again, you have a clickable table of contents to help. When it'll click, it'll take you exactly where you need to go. And again, you'll see this daily overview page with photo examples, a description of that activity, followed by the lesson plan. If any of your daily lessons include a teaching PowerPoint, not all of them do, but some of them do, those are included in this file as well. So you can just click on the PowerPoint, you can display it and complete that activity with your students. Like I mentioned previously, all of the content within the units are the same. We have just started to update the formatting of what each unit looks like. I wanted to go with more cleaner, simpler fonts, especially with the vocabulary posters and some of the activities. Throughout these units, I used some not so kid-friendly fonts. They might be cute and teachery, but they're not best for student practice, especially if they had a mix of upper and lowercase letters. That's something that I really wanted to fix. So we're starting with the first unit of each grade level and going from there. The first unit in 2nd grade is ready. It is already uploaded to TPT. I'm actually gonna go right now. I'm gonna fix those 2 little capitalization errors that I saw in the lesson plans. I'm gonna go fix that really quick. I'll re-upload it for you guys. Unit 1 for 1st grade, which is number sense, it is ready to go. It will be updated as well. And then the first unit for 3rd grade, it will be ready to go very soon. If you own any of these resources already, or if you own the bundles, you will be able to download these updates at no additional charge. There you have it. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on what do you think of the new updates. If you currently use these math resources in your classroom, do you think that these are going to be helpful? And if you have any other suggestions along the way, I would love to know. I am always open to feedback. That's it for this week, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.